Hey guys, it's a History Nerd, and we are back for another exciting episode of Order of Battle Pacific Battle of Britain. Looks like I got enough room on my hard drive space for about one more half-an-hour episode. We should be able to finish this off in that time. Let's see. You should come this way, because I'm concerned. And then you should come up here and land. That Messerschmitt shouldn't be able to do too much damage, I hope. Let's see. What do we want to do here? I guess probably concentrate on that 110. Won't worry about the 109. That should do it. There we go. So now we can concentrate on the 109. And that's looking pretty good. That's like half the Royal Air Force is engaged over Dover. Okay, so there is no bomber there anymore. So let's start getting our Hurricanes up in the air to start going after these guys. Why did that blow up? I'm confused. That may have just been because of the graphical thing that was going on there with the plane that was still above. But that's not there. I don't know. Yeah, we'll repair you. And you're ready to go, so let's get you in the air. If you are ready to launch, we might as well get you in the air as well. And I'm going to be expecting in the next turn or two... Never mind, I can see the fleet of bombers headed for London right now. So I would imagine every other area would be pretty light, and it's mainly going to be a big push coming up over Dover into London. I think. And that's good, because that is where I've got the majority of the RAF ready and waiting on an intercept position. And here they come. Okay. Let's take you and land you. Let's take you and get you in the sky. We've got no targets yet. Let's take you and actually land you a little bit further back. Because by the time we get this guy repaired, the Luftwaffe will have advanced. There's not much we can do. We can't like draw a line in the sky sand over the channel and say, none shall pass. Because planes are going to pass it. What we can do, though, is just try and concentrate fire on enough bombers so that obviously their position is weakened. Sure. And if that's going to be our target... then that's going to be our target. And we've almost got 2 bombers down. Which is good. You know, this a bunch less bombers that'll be coming for us. Let's do that. You can repair and then launch and help there. You are so damaged, I doubt you'll come to their aid. And that takes care of that. Now, my favorite front, the northern front. Let's take you and start chasing after this guy. Or not. Let's take you. Can we do a... We'll use our most experienced... Okay, so he is dead? But I don't see it. That makes things difficult. Makes things very difficult. Right. That's it. Next turn. Oh, come on. The Luftwaffe has got a lot of planning to do for this final push on England. But we're sitting pretty well. I don't think we'll be getting a decisive victory here. But I think we should be able to keep the UK relatively safe from too much more bombing damage. We gotta hit a bunch more bombers. That's for sure. We'll do it smartly. Which, you know, there's an argument to be made that I haven't been doing it smartly so far. And there is some truth to that. You can see, that was not smart. But we can sort of maneuver ourselves to prevent a lot of craziness here. Nothing within range of our anti-aircraft guns. So that took care of that, and now that took care of that. So suck on that, Luftwaffe. Let's see. They are actually in a good position. We'll get them in the air. We got some stuff. We got some stuff over here. Try to leave? I don't think so. We got a nice hurricane here. Not really doing much. I don't know if these northern bombers are going to come down to hit London. I don't think they will. So now, more than anything, is not the time to shift resources. We got a Hurricane and a Spitfire ready and waiting in that airbase for anything that might come along. And, yeah, I think I can see a couple of these units that I'll have to pull off and get them repaired. But I don't see a big fleet of German bombers making it to London in the next 3 turns. So I think we're doing okay. And for the first time this battle, German morale is lower than British morale. So, you know we're doing something right when we'll get you repaired. Who else? You need it. That's about it. Okay. Let's see. I don't like the bombers coming up the middle there. So, we will get those guys repaired, and we'll get this Hurricane Squadron in the air to come down yonder. Now, let's see. You need to refuel. You should be good on fuel. That's another bomber destroyed. Job well done. We got nothing over here to assist. So, let's get... Do we want a bow fighter? Considering it's bombers, maybe. Sure, I didn't know we lost a bow fighter. But we'll put him in. That should do some wonders against the German bombers. Now, let's see. At 6 strength, I'd almost rather have you land. Yeah, I think 6, we'll make 6 the cutoff. And now, obviously, we want to concentrate on the HE-111 here. So let's do that. And that's almost another bomber down. Can't replace your losses. Okay. And I'm not going to put any money into my bombers. That's a waste. Although, I wonder. I should have looked at this before. Can we upgrade you? No, no, no. Okay. We got it. I was going to say, if we could upgrade those to bow fighters, that's not a bad idea. Anyway, let's keep with the bomber hunting in the north. At 2, you are going to need fuel soon. So land. 5, you're doing okay. You 2 can go after this guy. And, I mean, now that bomber is effectively neutered. I mean, it isn't really neutered, but... a strength 2 bomber, that's not going to do too much damage if it makes it across into a bombing run. It's really thinking for these last few turns. Which is good. I have to hope that that's because I'm amazing and I'm making the game consider possibilities that it never had to consider. Oh, I mean, I'm not that amazing. Shouldn't toot my own horn that strongly. My word! Those bow fighters are taking down half a squadron of bombers in one go. I should have been using those a long time ago. I get the feeling... No, I guess he turned around. Well, that's fine. What do we got going on here? We can get you in the air. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. That's the one that I wanted to launch. Okay, that's fine. It's not the end of the world. Let's get you up. We can replace your losses, although really at this stage, it doesn't really matter. We'll take you. Well, we'll take you. try and weaken the fighters as best we can. And yeah, that's looking good. Don't really have anything in the middle. That's what these guys are supposed to be for, but you know, we'll survive. We can get you in the air. Okay. Next up, let's see. We'll get you up, at the very least, so you don't get bombed on the ground. That bomber's taken care of quite nicely. And apparently so is that guy. Non-existent. So I guess what we'll do is we'll just maneuver those guys a little bit further south. And we'll send you out. I guess really I should have got after him. Oh well. We'll get him next time. And if I'd been really thinking about the defense of London, I would have based a couple of fighters in London itself. But I don't think it's necessary. The game could prove me wrong here in the next turn. But I don't think it's going to be necessary to have too much in the way of fighter coverage for London. All right. More merchant shipping arriving despite abandoning the convoy system. We, of course, still had convoys in the area when we abandoned it. So, yay! Okay, let's get you. You could probably use a refuel as well. Doesn't really matter anymore. Because, yeah, like, we're done, basically. Get you up in the air for really not much of a purpose as it is. We can get you to hunt down those guys. Obviously, I'd like to get as many kills as possible. And what do we got? Sure, we'll get you in the air. Let's see. Best bet. We'll get you there. And you to finish off the bomber. Beautiful. Yeah, sure. We'll go after the E7. And not much. We'll get you moving west. But doesn't really matter. And I would like, we need 3 bomber kills now to actually beat the mission. For it to be a success. So let's find. We're gonna have to kill you. And then we need 2 more bombers. We don't see 2 more bombers. Oh, there might be one. Moot point. I mean, we're not going to be able to engage them. Nope. Anything up north? Probably not. We'll keep pushing into the, keep pushing east, see if we can see anything. But I think that is basically gonna be it. We'll let the Germans take their last turn and see what kind of damage, if any, they can cause. Inconclusive. While the German forces are suffering serious losses in the battle for our home island, the British too are taking a heavy toll. Thus far, the outcome remains uncertain, with no end in sight for the bloodshed and destruction. And that's it! That's the Battle of Britain mod for Order of Battle. Like I said in my last episode of my Japanese campaign, the thing with this game is you don't feel a personal connection, and really what that is for me is from mission to mission. And I think there's two factors in it. One, everything's generically named. So like if you have three-tone cruisers in your fleet, it's just tone, tone, tone. Or if you have 6 units of infantry, it's just, Japanese infantry 1942. So there's no real feel like you're commanding units. I mean, you're commanding units, obviously, but you don't develop personal attachments, or you can't easily see or identify units you've had command over from the beginning of the war as it goes on. And I think another problem with the game that specifically this Battle of Britain mod avoids is a lot of the times you're jumping between land battles and then a navy battle and then a land battle and then a navy battle. So you don't really have a lot of continuation with your forces either. And it doesn't, despite the fact that the campaign is connected and it's branching and your success in one mission can have factors and influences on another mission, it doesn't feel like it's connected. It feels like it's just a series of campaigns or a series of missions that, are tied, not even really tied to each other. It's just you finish one mission, you go on to the next. And that's something that Panzer Corps does a much better job of. You start with your base units, and as you can progress through the war, you can develop them and make them better units and develop a personal connection with the units. You have your tank unit that started off with the 38Ts, and then as it progresses through Poland and the lowlands and France and all these other campaigns, they get better. They get better equipment, and you look at it and you say, hey, I want this panzer unit to be like, that's my cream of the crop. Those guys are the first ones to get Tigers, or those engineers, we're actually going to invest money into them or points into them to get them stronger so that they can hit cities harder. A lot of that personalization really does feel to be missing from Order of Battle. And I think, for me personally, that's where they kind of missed the mark. For making it a game I want to go back to again and again and again. It's a very solid hex-based battle game. Like, it's very good at that. And when it comes down to the differences mechanically between Order of Battle and Panzer Corps, I like Order of Battle better. It's mechanically, I feel it's just a better hex-based war game. But Panzer Corps wins out because I get personally attached to my army, and through my Japanese campaign, and even through this mod, I had units that were expert units, or at least 2.5 stars experience, but I never felt attached. I never felt like, hey, this squadron of Spitfires is these are my go-to aces. It was just, Here's another squadron of Spitfires. Here's another squadron of Hurricanes. And so for individual battles, I think this game works well. It's when you get into a campaign setting where it kind of falls short, in my opinion. Anyway, that's that for that. That's that for Order of Battle. Expect to see a Panzer Corps series relatively soon. So, thumbs up if you have enjoyed this look at the Order of Battle, Battle of Britain mod. Leave your comments, questions, concerns, thoughts, jokes, musings, what have you below. Thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.